Hello, and welcome to How to Become a Successful Leader. If you are a young emerging leader into a leadership position for the first time, or a middle manager who is now moving up the ranks within a corporation, then this video is for you. Your company has identified you as a person who can be a leader within your organization, and we have to make sure to show them their decision was correct. During this video, we're going to help you with doing a little bit of a self-assessment. We're going to help you to identify some of your good habits and your bad habits, and also identify some of the characteristics of successful leaders. Now, we know that everybody's got good habits and bad habits, no matter who they are. Maybe you know somebody who sometimes shows up late for a meeting, or maybe they're a little bit late in making their annual report. Maybe you know somebody at work who interrupts other people when they're speaking and are not very polite. These are all bad habits, and they need to be fixed. You may have some of them, and you know you need to work on them. Also, you may have some good habits. Maybe your habit is helping a new employee who has just arrived within the company to get acclimated and get settled in the company and following the procedures. Or maybe someone has a project and they're behind schedule and you volunteer to help them with that project just so they will be successful. These are good habits. What I'd like for you to do when this video is over is to sit down with a pencil and paper and write down what are my good habits, what are my bad habits. Identify those bad habits that you need to work on, and identify the good habits that you need to keep on doing and not stop. This is very important for you to start your self-assessment with a good and bad list. Also, we'd like to talk a little bit about the characteristics of a successful leader within your organization. One of the most important ingredients in being a successful leader is being a good listener. Listening is not so easy. You're down in the shop floor or you're in your office and someone from senior management comes down to ask you a question, to answer a question for them that they do not know the answer to. This is important. So what do they do when they arrive? They come down, they ask their question, and then they have the patience and they have the experience to zip it up, keep quiet, and wait. They're going to wait until you're ready to respond to them. While they're waiting, they're maintaining eyeball to eyeball contact. They're not on their cell phone, they're not on their computer, they're not looking around the room. They're looking at you and waiting for you to respond. As you start to respond and give them the answer they're looking for, they start to take some notes. They want to remember what it is you're telling them when they go back to the office, and they don't want to get it incorrect. They want to be right. So they take some notes. And after they finish the conversation, they look at you and they say, thank you for the information. Doesn't matter what culture or language you speak, you should be polite and tell people thank you when they have helped you by answering your questions. This is a great model for you to follow. If you do these 4 things, remain quiet and patient, keep eye contact, take some notes, and say thank you, the people around you in the company are going to identify you as a good leader because you care about the people by listening to what they have to say. Another good characteristic to have is getting involved in projects. Sometimes you're going to have to take a little bit of risk. Maybe there's a new software package being put into your company. Are you the one to volunteer? Say, hey, I want to be in that project? You should. Or maybe you know another project in the company that has been faltering and not going so well, and you volunteer to take it over and lead that project. Will you be successful? We don't know. But you're a hard worker. You are interested in moving up, so you will work hard to make that project successful. And when you do, management will recognize this is a leader of the future. This is somebody we want to move up in our organization. But you're going to have to take a little risk and get involved in the projects. And then also, when you're starting to get involved as a leader, you need to remember you were chosen for your new position because you were a good technician or a good engineer or a good service provider. Management thought you were doing a great job, so they chose you to move up into leadership position. Well, now you're leading people. You no longer drive the truck, make the parts, give the service to the outside customer. You don't do that. The people you are leading do that. You don't need to micromanage those processes anymore. What you need to think about doing is taking care of the people. And this is very important for you to remember. If you take care of the people will take care of the process. They will work hard for that leader who is taking care of them, making sure they have good equipment, good materials, that their work area is nice and clean and organized. They will respond by working hard. But you're going to have to take care of them and not micromanage the process. This is going to be a little bit difficult when you're first getting into the leadership role, but you can do it. Your company has saw fit to put you into a leadership position now. We need to make sure that they think they made a good decision, and you can do that if you start practicing some of these characteristics, becoming a good listener, volunteering for projects, and taking care of your people. You will be rising in the ladder of management in your company, and you will be successful. So, this video has been about how to become a successful leader, and these are the very first steps. We will be having more videos on how to stop procrastination, how to increase your capacity as a leader, how to be a better communicator as a leader. This series of videos will continue, and there will be many choices for you to choose from. So, I'd like to wish you a good day and a successful day as a leader.